Hello, everyone. On this Wednesday, 22nd May 2024, I am Madam Anireju Erewa. Whatever time you are right now, I greet and welcome you to my channel, Anireju News. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete wa Biafra de no. Asina heri jigumegi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora. Dule o. Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete mundigala.
Truth is bitter, but it must be told without fear or intimidation, without mastermindation. Yes, truth cannot be hidden, no matter how long it takes. Truth will always come out to light. Many hidden bitter truths about the contraption Nigeria has started to surface. We now know that the British and Fulani have always been close friends, and the British is very loyal to the Fulani Emas. You know, the Fulani Emas in the north. Yes, they have always been loyal to the Fulani Emas. And the Fulani is a puppet of the British. And the British and the Fulani secretly planned and planted the evil Nigerian seed that we Biafrans are suffering from bitter victimizations, oppressions, and scapegoating. Yes, we are suffering from it. You know, the Nigerian. Okay. Binta Nyanko is playing a premeditated delay tactics, dirty politics with our leader case, as she just did again in her court ruling on Monday, 20th May 2024. Yeah, she's playing dirty politics with it. Binta Nyanko cannot be trusted. Her court is worthless, meritless, unreliable, doing the bidding of Muhammadu Buhari, her late uncle, who assigned her to our leader case. Binta Nyanko, you know very well. We know your hunchback. We know Buhari. We know how Buhari invited you and assigned that case to you. We know. And he is your uncle. He is in-law to your husband, Mustafa Nyanko. And also, your stepson, Abu Aziz Mustafa. He is the father-in-law to him. Yes. So, Binta Nyanko, we know what happened when Buhari invited you and why he invited you to assign the case. Yes. We also know that Binta Nyanko, late uncle, Muhammadu Buhari, is the founder and the spokesperson for Boko Haram. Binta Nyanko, if you say that your late uncle, Muhammadu Buhari, is not the founder and spokesperson for Boko Haram, say it. Go to media, let the world know that if you deny, if you are denying, say Nigeria and also lie 90 there is founded on lie. Everything about Nigeria is fake. If you say that your late uncle, who assigned our leader case to you, that he is not the founder of Boko Haram and he is not the spokesperson for Boko Haram, come out and say that. Okay. All right. Yes. And we all know that Binta Nyanko late uncle, Muhammadu Buhari, hates Christians. He hates Biafra. He hates our leader for his love and great passion for Biafra. Yes. Binta Nyanko, if you said this, that your late uncle who gave you who assigned our leader case to you, doesn't hate Christians, doesn't hate Biafra, did not hate our leader deep down. Yes. For standing for the truth for Biafrans. Come out and say it. Let's hear it, Binta Nyanko. Judge, where they wear hawk's tail for head. Our leader, Hamadike won. Yes. Onyendu Olorogu is not like the rest of the shameless, cowardice political prostitute, harlots, jobbers, who are only after personal wealth. That's our leader is not like them. Our leader is not like them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not like them. Yes. Anybody will know our leader. When he see our leader, he know he is a different kind of Igbo man. It's not like all those cowards, all those puppets. It's not like them. So, Fulani, you've never met this kind of Igbo person before. Yes. Yes, you've never met this kind of person before. He is very passionate about Biafra. He speaks from the heart. He says it as he meant it, every word of it. It's not those type that when like Wazuruke, you splash money for their face, they turn around. So you have never met this kind of Igbo man before. Yes. The British and Fulani and one Nigerianist should get it into their heads that our leader passion for Biafra is real and is non-negotiable. Nigeria government have offered him worldly treasures, wealth, even vice president, properties in Dubai, for him to drop the Biafra freedom struggle, which our leader refused because Biafra freedom can't be traded for worldly pleasures. It cannot. That is his stand, and that is his ruling. He's made it clear many times. That is his stand. It is Biafra, and that's it. Okay. Yes. Binta Nyanko, get thee hands, Satan. Down with you and your game playing. Stop all this, your Muhammadu Buhari, 40 days and 40 nights temptation of our leader, Ohamadike one, just to frustrate him, because he is a different kind of Igbo man, never before seen, that cannot be manipulated. And it is blowing Fulani and British heads off. They have never seen this kind of Igbo person before. They have never, they've been doing all this. They did it during the war. Or they think that, Igbo person, you just splash money for him face, you go do. They did it with Wazuruke. When Wazuruke mama died, he was looking for money to go and bury mama. They used that to dissuade Wazuruke. gave Uwazuruke money to go and bury his mother. As soon as they opened the bag, when Uwazuruke see the money, he say, wow. They tell him, you have to forget the struggle. And Uwazuruke said yes, collected the money, and abandoned the Biafra struggle. That is where our leader and Uwazuruke deviated. And our leader told Uwazuruke that, Uwazuruke, this is not what we agreed on. So this is what you ended up doing. And since you have done this, go your way. And that's how our leader started the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra struggle. If not, it was him and Uwazuruke. Uwazuruke was the one. But on account of Uwazuruke Mama's death, looking for money, Nigerian government bribed Uwazuruke, and Uwazuruke turned his back against the struggle. So they are doing what they are doing to see if our leader is going to change his mind and his position to abandon Biafra. And our leader have told them, hell no. His freedom cannot be played with. Biafra freedom cannot be played with. Yeah. You know, he cannot be free when Biafrans are not free. So Biafra is non-negotiable. He has proven beyond reasonable doubt that Biafra freedom is for Biafrans and also for Africans, you know. He wants Biafra, and we are standing with him and by him 100%. Yes, we are standing with our leader 100%. He has not disappointed us. He has not betrayed us. He has not betrayed Biafra. And the British and Fulani have never seen a thing like this before. They have never seen a thing like this before. They have never seen it. Biafra, oh Gabia, Biafra, oh Walatiwa, Biafra, oh Kasre, Biafra, oh Gavi. Yes, Biafra, oh Gavi. Biafra will come. There is no two way about it. Biafra existed before Nigeria. Biafra is older than the British Fulani Friendship Covenant Nigeria. Biafrans never agreed to the Nigeria. Biafrans never agreed to it. And that is the stand Biafra is still standing on. Biafra freedom is a right. British cannot force Fulani down the gullet of us Biafrans. In this present generation, hell no. This is not years past anymore. This is now. This is now. This is now. British and Fulani should stop playing premeditated politics with Biafra that already existed as a nation. Biafra monument is engraved with other world nations on the ground of BBC, London, UK. Yes, Biafra monument is engraved on the ground of BBC, London, UK, with other world nations. Yes. The experimented false, fake, fraudulent amalgamation merger expired on its 100th year. 1st January 2014. You know, Nigeria, the amalgamation was for 100 years. January 1st or 1st of January 1914 to 1st of January 2014. It has expired. It has expired. The condition in the amalgamation is any aggrieved of the three nations that have nothing in common, that that drunkard, the alcoholic drunkard, any of the three nations that he brought together, they have nothing in common, that is aggrieved, can go its separate ways. That's a condition there. At the 100 years. The 100 years ended 1st of January 2014. Biafra and Biafrans have suffered in the course of the Nigeria. Yes, we have suffered. We are the aggrieved. We are the aggrieved. Biafra must exit the Nigeria. That's the condition. Biafra must exit the Nigeria. Yes. And we are standing with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to send this message that Biafra is exiting, must exit the Nigeria. We must exit it because we are very aggrieved. Yes, we must go with the commot. 1st October 1960, that one Nigerianist called Nigerian independence was an indirect rule of the British and Fulani over us, Biafrans, to control us, to sit on our heads, for Fulani to get away with criminal conspiracy activities, actions, all nonsense, maiming against us, Biafra, to get away with it. Like they are doing now to and with our Onyendu, Ohamadike one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We know the game. We know the game. We know what is going on. You see this, our eyes, it don't open. We know what is playing out. We know. Binta Nyanko, we know your hunchback, you know. And we know the game when they play with your oxtail, horse tail wig when they wear. In your court. British oxtail wig. Okay. All right. So we know what's playing out. Today's videos that I will show will be about the close friendship socialization of the British and the Fulani. The monument of Biafra as a nation that is engraved on the ground of BBC. Videos pertaining to the extraordinary rendition of our leader and video of a Biafran veteran of blessed memory. Yes. Yes. The first two videos you shall see is Miss Catriona Lang, the former British High Commissioner to Nigeria, socializing with, with their British Fulani friends while she was the British Commissioner to Nigeria in Abuja. You will first watch one of the video, then you will watch the second video. Let's watch the first video.
There you go, baby.
first video. Now, let's watch the second video together. Oh, say, can you see? You have seen the videos. You have seen the videos. You can draw a conclusion from the two videos, the close friendship, relationship of the British and Fulani. You can see it from the videos. British High Commissioner Katrina Lang. You see the socialization going on. Seeing that video, you can see that this is British Fulani relationship is destructive to us Biafrans. Very destructive. It is. They have been friends, you know. British Fulani have been friends. And it is destructive to us Biafrans. Yes. Okay. The next video you shall see is Biafra monument engraved on the ground of BBC along with other world nations. In London, UK. In London, UK. Any nation that is recognized has a monument engraved on the ground of BBC, London, UK. So, let us watch the video. This video, they were doing activities there, something like carnival or something was going on there. So it's kind of loud sound and all. But what is more important is the fact that, the commentator was showing all the nations and then was walking on the ground, and to the surprise of the commentator, he came to the monument of the Biafra on the ground of BBC. So let's watch the video.
Yeah, as you can see, this is the BBC broadcasting house here in Oxford Circus. I'm right here. My name is Chigozie. People don't believe me when I tell them. Some of our brothers, they argue when I say to them, this is BBC. You can see here on the landmarks here, all the countries in the world, they are written on the, they have an inscription on the soil here, on the BBC ground here. These are names of countries in the world. These are names of countries. Just that they have some kind of an event here, so that's why you see all these balloons and everything. Once more, let me show you. This is BBC Broadcasting House, where you watch BBC on the TV, on the mainstream media. This is the BBC you know about, that have been existing for decades. BBC Broadcasting here in Oxford Circus, London. Now, what really gave me the greatest shock of my life is when I saw, among all the countries written here, I can see Biafran, Coris, Volga, Bola, and bringing it down. This is what gave me the greatest shock of my life when I saw this Biafra. Everybody should see it. This is Biafra on the soil of BBC. Boldly inscripted Biafra. Biafra. Who on earth would believe this? That there's a monument here representing the state of Biafra. Can you imagine? This is not a makeup video. You can see. Let me film it from here live. See, that's BBC. That's BBC inscription. That's the BBC. Right up there. Right up there. Go. That's it. That's it. BBC. Let me reduce the zooming. Can you see for yourself? This is a very busy place. Can you see that? Now I bring it back. You see? Watch live. And I zoom it again. You see the Biafra. So those who say Biafra is not a nation, it's not a country, Biafra is recognized. It has its own monument. They say boldly inscripted as Biafra, as a country that exists. Those who are doubting, all the Thomas. Let me reduce the zooming. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the other countries around it. Look at the other monuments. Look at the other inscriptions. Can you see that? See? Among them you have Biafra. Let me zoom it again one more time. This is it. Biafra. Boldly written. Boldly written. Biafra. So nobody should ever say that Biafra is not a nation, it's not a country. History has a lot to teach us. So history always repeats itself. When we go back to history, then we know where we are going to. Those who don't know where they are coming from will never know where they are heading to. So this is Biafra here. So it is an established nation. It is an established country. It is an established people. Please, now I so much believe in Biafra, that it's a nation. So all the political gambles and the political games and correctness that have been going on regarding this innocent nation called Biafra, now I understand what is going on. Let me shift it a little one more time. Look at other countries near the monument or the inscription. Can you see that? Buhola. Can you see that? Bam. Bamian. And one more time coming back to where Biafra is written. So my people of Biafra, rejoice, our redemption draw nigh. Thank you very much. Here come Biafra. Bye. Thank
you have seen the video. Biafra already exists as a nation with other world nations. Biafra monument is engraved with other world nations on the ground of BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, in London, UK. It's there. Is there. Okay. The next videos you shall see pertains to the international criminal offense committed against our dear leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, the international criminal offense committed against our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The first video of the videos is continuation of the video that I showed in episode 10, where the legal counsel to our leaders sent their message that our leader is facing persecution, not prosecution. Let's hear from the attorney, the legal counsel handling our leader case, explain the extraordinary rendition, the ordeal that Fulani and some, oh God, and some betrayers and the Kenya government put our leader through. Yeah, let's hear from the, let's hear. Yeah, put our leader through. He didn't travel with Nigerian passport, you know. He's a British citizen. He had his British passport. He entered Kenya with his British passport, thinking he was coming to a meeting, not knowing that that's not that's not why. That's cowards. They planned it. So let's watch this video. This very video is about maybe 16 to 18 minutes. But the other videos are very, very short. But this very video is about that, you know, and because it's about the extraordinary rendition the barrister, the legal counsel was explaining. So let's watch and hear from the legal counsel about this, the torture that our leader went through.
Speak briefly on the issue of the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. We are all aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after the attack on him by the military of the Nigerian government, had to flee Nigeria for his life to Kenya. Unfortunately, in that attack in his hometown at Afaruku, so many people were murdered by the Nigerian military. Not less than 28 persons died on that particular day in the hands of the Nigerian military. And these are young men and women who had no arms on them, who were in a private compound of the late chief of Afaruku. After the attack on the property, killing people, the occupants, including Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his parents, that's the traditional ruler of Afaruku, and the wife, had to flee, amongst other persons that managed to escape. But like we are saying, 28 persons died on that particular day. After that day, so many other people died, including the parents of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this is as a result of the injuries, the shock that was inflicted on them by the Nigerian military that attacked the compound of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the Supreme Court in its judgment of 15 December 2023 has confirmed this position, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's escape was not an escape from justice, but rather was a natural action taken by a human being who is aware that his life is imminently in danger. He had to run away to save his life so as to be able to stand his trial in our courts. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was eventually kidnapped from Kenya and brought back to Nigeria against every known law, both locally and internationally. They also showed very grave disrespect to the Kenyan authority and to the nation of Kenya. Unfortunately, the Kenyan government appeared to be docile about the breach of their territorial integrity by the security agencies of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who came into their country and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We strongly believe, just as the Supreme Court has also upheld, that what transpired in Kenya was an international crime. It is not just a civil matter, it is a criminal matter committed by the Federal Republic of Nigeria using its agents and agencies. The federal government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, if it was a human being like myself and my colleagues here, ought by now to be in prison. Nigeria as a country, if Nigeria was a human being, ought by now to be detained in a very, very strong maximum security prison for committing the crime of kidnap. They are nothing less than Shekarau of the infamous Boko Haram. They are nothing less than the bandits that everybody is crying of today. The crime of kidnap is a heinous crime, it's a terrible crime, it's an uncivilized crime that ought not to be found within the shores of this country. But unfortunately, the federal government of Nigeria has participated in this crime of kidnap. Of course, we all know that the federal government of Nigeria attempted this kind of crime with Umoridico. It failed, and they got punished for it. The perpetrators were sent to prison in England. Nigeria as a nation was also penalized by the Commonwealth, suspended from every Commonwealth activity. This is what we expect should happen to the Federal Republic of Nigeria today. It is our strong belief that those agents who were sent to carry out this infamous and inglorious mission ought by now to have been brought in, interrogated, and sent to the Ministry of Justice for prosecution. But unfortunately, we are asking the federal government that perpetrated it, that engineered it, to prosecute its own agents that it sent on this mission. Federal government of Nigeria sent people to Kenya to commit a crime of kidnap. They carried it out. Those individuals who committed this crime by now should be arrested and brought to book. Nigeria, like I said before, as far as we are concerned, until they purge themselves of this crime, remains a criminal country. It is unfortunate, it is our country, but that is the position. Until Nigeria purges itself of this crime of kidnap that it has committed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, remains a criminal country and ought to be dealt with in that fashion. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime known to any law. Just because he's asking for self-determination for his people, which is supported by the African Charter is supported by the United Nations Charter also on Human and People's Rights. It is supported by our Constitution. For this reason, he is being persecuted, not persecuted. For the federal government of Nigeria to have kept him in detention in a solitary confinement for 3 years is persecution. There is no law supporting this impunity. There is no law supporting this illegality. There is no law supporting this breach of our Constitution. If somebody has committed a crime, according to our Administration of Criminal Justice Act, Section 169, such a person should be detained in a prison if you must detain the person. But in this case, no crime has been committed, no antagonistic move has been made against the Constitution. Every action taken by Mazen Nandekano has the benefit of constitutional protection. Self-determination, calling for self-determination is not a crime. Asking for a referendum to determine whether this nation called Nigeria or this political arrangement called Nigeria should stand or not is a matter of his belief, something that ought to be discussed and agreed upon. Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914 under Lord Lugard, and under the influence of romantic relationship, the name Nigeria was ascribed to this part of the country or this part of the world. Our fathers, our ancestors did not agree to an amalgamation in the first place. Our ancestors did not agree to being named Nigeria. Our ancestors did not agree to surrendering their individual and community sovereignty, but this was obtained under the barrels of the machine gun and possibly under the influence of alcohol by Lord Lugard and his girlfriend. And today we are all suffering that consequence. We are all suffering that false unity. We are all suffering these political arrangements. We also all know and we also all agree that in Nigeria, this country today does not have a valid constitution that you can rely or call a constitution. The people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as we are called, or as we are being forced to bear, had never met one day to agree to have a constitution. So the preamble of the 1999 Constitution is based on falsity, based on lies, that we, the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has given unto ourselves a constitution. We did not give to ourselves any constitution. The constitution is an extension of a decree of the military juntas that was in power at the time in question. It is not the intention of the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as we are being forced to bear, to have that document as our constitution. But because we cannot continue to operate in a vacuum, we are managing it. And even in managing it, the federal government today has consistently refused to respect and obey its constitution. Or I would say its so-called constitution. The Federal Republic of Nigeria, as far as we understand it and as far as we are concerned, does not have a binding law that holds us together. The arrangement is a military arrangement in all ramifications. Lord Lugard came with his machine guns to hold us together. The military came with their machine guns and bombs to force us to swallow a constitution, a document called Constitution. So until the people of Nigeria come together to decide whether they want to remain a nation, we cannot say that we have a nation. Now, some will say it is the National Assembly that has the powers to determine such. We beg to disagree on this. The National Assembly does not have the power because in the first place, the Constitution of the National Assembly is made from the false document called the 1999 Constitution. You cannot place something on nothing and expect it to stand. You cannot you cannot build a mansion on lies. The people of Nigeria today did not sit at any time to have a constitution. A decree, a military decree was made, and we were forced to take it and adopt it and accept it as our constitution. But ordinarily, I was not represented. People from my community were never represented in that constitution-making process. And I'm sure even members know
reflects the common position of all the lawyers here, the position of the MNK legal team. This legal team is not going to be part of the travesty of justice that is being cooked in the pot. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to get a fair trial, this legal team is not going to be part of murdering justice in a Nigerian court over the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It does not mean we are going to abandon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we will, as a group, as a team, abandon a process. We will refuse to be participants in a process that is geared to pre-program the injustice on the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let that be clear. So it does not sound like we are going to boycott Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. If you want to say we shall boycott the judiciary, you can use that. But what we are boycotting will be manifest injustice and lack of fair trial.
They can go ahead and convict him without him being defended.
If you have one more question, you ask so that.
You have watched the video and heard the ordeal that the Fulani Nigerian government and those put our leader through in Kenya. You have heard. Nigeria committed international criminal offense to the highest order against our leader. Yes, sir. Nigeria committed international criminal offense against our leader. The next video you shall see is not that long. It's about the Southeast Judases and Brutuses that the Fulani ostracize their hands. Ostracize their hands to work with them, to soil their hands, to commit this grievous international criminal offense against our leader. We all know what happened with how Judas betrayed Jesus Christ. Now we're a Good Friday. For 30 pieces of silver. Then we all also know Julius Caesar. How Brutus betrayed Julius Caesar. We all also know. The Ides of March. And Judas, Caesar told Judas, "Et tu, Brutus." Let's watch this. Let's watch this video. Yes, let's watch it.
Breaking news. House Senator Ifeanyi Ubah was paid 320 million naira to mastermind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested on his arrival at the airport by the Kenyan government and those in collaboration with Ifeanyi Ubah. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained illegally and tortured for 8 days. Senator Ifeanyi Ubah reached an agreement with the northern leaders, promised to arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also for exchange for him to be made governor of Anambra State in upcoming election. Ifeanyi Ubah reached an agreement with one of IPOB member in Kenya by the name Ike from Mbise, Imo State, who was based in Bangi and later moved to Kenya. Ike, as an IPOB member, called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for an important meeting in Kenya. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trusted Ike and came to Kenya without knowing that Ike has collected bribe from Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, who masterminded the plan to arrest Nnamdi Kanu. Those behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest are 1. Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, also known as Capital Money or Capital Oil. 2. Joe Igbokwe. 3. Governor Hope Uzodimma. 4. Ike from Mbise, the actor. 5. Asari Dokubo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested on his arrival at the airport by Kenyan government and those in collaboration with Ifeanyi Ubah. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained illegally and tortured for 8 days. Nigerian presidency wanted to travel to London and was informed by Ifeanyi Ubah that Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped in Kenya. Then Buhari postponed his UK travel and called Kenyan government and they agreed on $1 billion. Then Kenya took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to hospital because of the terrible torture he has undergone through for 8 days. And the 2 security guards had recorded all the things that happened before Nigerian government bundled him back to Nigeria and tortured him again in their DSS custody. Senator Ifeanyi Ubah gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up in exchange for being the governor of Anambra State and also to get a money worth 320 million naira. Ike, on his own, has moved from Kenya back to Burundi where he's hideout. More details unfolding and coming up soon. No stone will be left unturned.
You have seen the videos of those Judases and Brutuses who were partakers in the international criminal offense against our leader in Kenya, East Africa, in July 2021. What a shame. What a shame. DSS is for Boko Haram terrorists. That the late Muhammadu Buhari, the uncle of Binta Nyanko, was the founder and spokesperson of Boko Haram. He is a blood relative of Binta Nyanko, Muhammadu Buhari, who assigned our leader case to her. Biafra freedom is not a terrorist movement. Biafra freedom is not a terrorist movement. It's a freedom to get our freedom, to get out of the enslavement that we have been put through. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is not a terrorist. Binta Nyanko must stop her incarceration of our leader in DSS custody. Binta Nyanko, you go stop am. Yes, so you go must stop this incarceration of our leader in DSS custody. He is not a terrorist. Biafra movement is not a terrorist movement. DSS custody na for Boko Haram. That your uncle Muhammadu Buhari is the founder and spokesperson. So why are you keeping our leader there for? Binta Nyanko, doing your uncle's bidding. He has signed the case to you. He has signed the case to you. And you are doing his bidding. Yes, this truth must be told. Truth must be told. You are doing your uncle's bidding, your late uncle's bidding. That's what you are doing. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what you are doing, Binta Nyanko. Okay. I have a video of a Biafran veteran to show you that we are going to watch. He is of blessed memory now. He made this video few months before his sundown. Let's watch the video together and hear his message.
I want to hand over to Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB the baton of the January 15 boys to you to complete the revolution we started. I am Ogene Obosi, a chief and elder of the Obosi people. I bring to you the blessings of the ancients. I fought for Biafra. I was wounded for Biafra. I shall die for Biafra.
You have watched the video and heard his message. He gave the mantle of the Biafra struggle to our leader. His spirit and the spirits of our leaders' parents and all the Biafra heroes and heroines are still fighting in this Biafra struggle. Yes, are still fighting in this Biafra struggle. Binta Nyanko, you are all wrapped up in the ignorance, miserable, profound hatred for Biafra of your late uncle Muhammadu Buhari, who assigned our leader case to you. You are all wrapped up in it. There is no amount of adjournment or intimidation tactics that you are going to do with this, with our leader case that will stop Biafra from coming. Biafra Ogabia. Biafra Ogabia. Biafra go come. Yes. Binta Nyanko, there is no case against our leader. Reinstate his bail. Give him back his British passport that you confiscated. Give it back to him. Okay? Give it back. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free him. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Leave him alone. Let him go scot-free. Yes. Wenyere kebe o, wenyere kebe. Okworo Nnamdi Kanu, wegbenyere kebe o. Wenyere kabari ogene memi goyo. Okworo Nnamdi Kanu, egbenyere kabari o. Mino kworo Nnamdi Kanu, egbenyere kabari. Danga kinwo, danga kinwo. Oneto mari Nnamdi Kanu, danga kinwo. Danga kinwo lugbe, enedo pegbere o. Oneto mari Nnamdi Kanu, danga kinwo. Mayone to mari Nnamdi Kanu, danga kinwo. The song I just sang is Robo Shekiri song. And the interpretation of the song is, anybody when see Nnamdi Kanu, make it then greet am and make them thank am. He do well for us. Who do well for you, now you go thank. So we thank him. And we stand by him 100%. Biafra Ogabia. Biafra go come. Biafra kasre. Biafra ogasre. Biafra owa lati wa. Yes. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Anireju News. If you would like to donate for charity, you can do so on my Cash App. Please subscribe, like, and share to bring awareness of Fulani atrocity against Biafra to the world. Thank you.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete na Biafra de no. Asina he hiji kumegi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora.